High school basketball is back. Yeah, and the Delco Preps channel. Today from Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, it's the Waldron Mohawks and the Daleville Broncos. Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again today in the crow's nest, literally. As part of the movie Hoosiers, this hallowed old facility has been seen by millions of people worldwide in the feature film. Gene Hackman made famous, and it's an honor just to be in this building today and be able to bring you high school basketball. The first of 6 games in this building today. County teams will be playing. First here, Waldron and Daleville, followed immediately by Alexandria and Cowan. They'll skip a game, and then at 4:30, it'll be Yorktown and Monroe Central. So we'll bring you at least game 1, and we'll play game 2, game 3 by ear as we get set to go. Let's set the scene for you a little bit. Daleville comes in the midst of a 2-game winning streak. Second time this year the Broncos have won back-to-back games. They defeated Southern Wells last night on the road, 62-50, to go to 7-5 overall for the season. Waldron's Mohawks have had a tough year for first-year head coach Will Stahl. They come in at 2-13. They've lost 12 straight games. They dropped a 79-28 decision to Hauser just last night. So the Mohawks really need a win. And if you're Daleville, they need to win to keep their momentum going. They're playing really well right now for first-year head coach Tyler Stotler. See how each team attacks one another in this game tonight. You're familiar with Daleville and their inside-outside combination. Ryan Hale in the post, averaging a double-double for the Broncos as a senior. And you put Connor Fleming out on the wing with the ball in his hands. He's deadly and scores in double figures as well. And they're not a two-man team. You get a guy like Derek Lawrence who gets hot from behind the arc. Josh Price, who will get you 10 points on any given night if you need him to. They're a versatile team and capable of beating you 3 or 4 different ways. So Waldron has their hands full here today at Hoosier Gym. This place is everything you would imagine it if you've never been here. The only time you've seen it is in the movie Hoosiers. The Go Hickory banner is still at the west end of this gym. So is the quote-unquote Hickory Husker team photo. There's a lot of memorabilia here. I want to thank Bob Garner and Larry Lovell and the rest of the folks here who gave me a great half-hour tour of this place this morning, coming in before I set up, and I got to see a lot of cool stuff. Got to see the locker room that's in the basement where a lot of the scenes in the movie were shot. It's cool to see all the jerseys that hang there. A lot of teams that come here traditionally will autograph a jersey and leave it here and hang it in that locker room, and there have to be 25 jerseys just in that locker room to my right downstairs. You hear the warm-up going on downstairs on the floor. That's Daleville going through their pregame paces. Waldron has left the floor, the locker room, to get ready for this one. But it's very cool to be here. We hope you enjoy the ride as well today on the Delco Preps channel. The last shot taken in the corner by Connor Fleming, and he bangs a three-pointer and swishes it. Reggie Miller used to hit a 3 right at the end of his warm-up, and Fleming just did that for Daleville as they now have left the floor as well. So the floor is clean and empty, and we're about 7 minutes maybe away from the scheduled 11 o'clock tip-off. Good having you along. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk a little more about this matchup on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Ah, let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana. The Hickory Husker Court in the film Hoosiers, and today's venue for Waldron against Daleville. I'm Brian Beaver. Got TJ Price, the great Daleville alum, sitting with me in the Crow's Nest today, taking this one in before he gets busy with Anderson University baseball in the not too distant future. But we're just a couple minutes away from getting this one underway. A couple names you'll hear a lot today for Waldron. Cameron Wells, he's their leading scorer at 11.9 a game. He's a 6-foot senior. You'll also hear Cole Adams' name a lot. He's a senior as well at 6'2" and averaging 10-2 a game. And, of course, for Daleville, you know, you're going to hear the names Ryan Hale and Connor Fleming a lot. They've been the two offensive leaders through this midpoint of the season. It's hard to believe that we're this far along, but when you've already played 12 of your games, you're halfway through to the sectional, and the girls' tournament is knocking on the door. The girls' state tournament draw is tomorrow afternoon. So before you know it, it's going to be mid-February. Pitchers and catchers are going to be going to Florida and Arizona. And we're going to be talking about the boys' state tournament a little over a month from now. And we were chatting earlier. This Daleville team has enough talent to really challenge this year for a 1A sectional championship. That's going to be a wide-open field. And any number of teams could win it if they can just put 2 or 3 good games together. The draw is very important. Do you get a bye and win twice, or do you have to win 3 times? It has a lot to do with how the tournament unfolds. And in a blind draw, anything can happen. So get those ping pong balls ready tomorrow for the girls. And about a month from now, 2 weeks from now, as they draw for the boys' state tournament. Teams are on the floor. They've gone to the benches. The benches here are on the ends, the baselines, and not on the sidelines. So they sit clear down against the stage on my right end. That's the east end of the gym, and against the wall on the west end. And if you were here last year for South Adams, when Delta played here, Delta was at the west end and sat against the wall down under the Go Hickory All the Way banner that hangs on the wall here. So we're about set to go. And we're just about set to go. The PA announcers are going to make their announcements for the crowd, and we'll be getting underway. You hear him in the background giving everybody the what for.
Time you have questions or any assistance, please ask any of the volunteers in our Hoosier Gym staff shirts. Again, thank you for attending and enjoy the game. At this time, we ask that you please stand. It's the honor of America to receive our national anthem by Harlan Hobbs, Mackenzie Riddle, and Morgan.
Oh, say, can you see that dawn's early light? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and bright stars through the perilous ride. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Made us that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Set. The introduction of the teams coming up shortly, and we'll be underway just a couple minutes after the scheduled 11 a.m. start time. Here are the starters.
Number 10, Josh Clark. Ryan Baker. And number 24, Bridget Hart. And forward, number 33, Daleville. And number 55, Timothy Broussard. Your head coach is really strong.
They have the starters for Daleville. It'll be Derek Lawrence, Connor Fleming, Josh Price, Ryan Hale, and Hayden Huff. For the Mohawks of Waldron, Mohawks, that's right, Tyler Bowlby, Parker Huffman, Cameron Wells, Cody Beal, Jacoby Purcell. The photographers are on the floor shooting photos of the officiating crew, and we're about set to go. Daleville will be in their traveling gray uniforms today with black lettering and Vegas gold trim. Waldron in the home white uniforms, blue lettering with gray trim. Here on Beaver Media. Crowd is ready. And in center circle, Ryan Hale to jump for Daleville. Cody Beal to jump center for the Mohawks of Waldron. The officials are ready. They're in place. There's the whistle. Here comes the toss. The tip controlled by Daleville, and we're underway from Hoosier Gym. Man-to-man right away by Waldron. Connor Fleming will drive. Fire in the paint. Can't get the roll. Hale with the rebound and a foul. 11 seconds into the game. It'll be free throw time for Ryan Hale. senior, averaging double-double for the season. He's had some monster games. He'll have the chance to break the ice here with 2 free throws. Here comes the first one. It's good. Hale will have another. It's 1-0 Daleville. Daleville, by the way, the visiting team, or Terhune, on the scoreboard here. Hale has another one. It's on the way, and it's also good. 2-0 Daleville on a pair of free throws by Ryan Hale. Here comes Waldron with the ball. Cameron Wells goes man-to-man. They work it far side. Huffman around a pick to the elbow. On the arc, three-pointer no good. Rebound battle comes down to Waldron. They do good work on the offensive glass. They'll recycle the possession. In the wing, Beal, cross court to Wells. 18-footer from out on top, good. Cameron Wells buries his first jump shot of the day, and it's 2-2. 50 seconds into the game. Free for a three here on the wing. It's Josh Price, and he buries it. Josh Price with the triple, and it's 5-2 Daleville, a minute into this one. Wells will slowly dribble into the forward court. He'll work it far side, and he leaves it for a player who didn't know it was coming. Huffman didn't see it, and it went right by him out of bounds into the wall. First turnover of the game goes to Waldron, and Daleville will bring it across the timeline with a 5-2 lead. Fleming faked the three, got it to Price. Now they feed low post to Hale, who backs in, turns, fires, can't get it. Rebound comes down to Purcell of Waldron. Here come the Mohawks. They need a hoop. Out on top, it's Huffman. He'll drive it, fires on the run, can't get it, but he'll shoot 2. On a foul by Daleville. Looks like Derek Lawrence is going to be the guy, and it is on Derek Lawrence. 2 free throws coming for Parker Huffman. .6'1" sophomore, right-hander, first one in the air, and he rattles it out, no good. He'll have another. Last night's game, Cowan at Muncie Burris was a clinic on how not to shoot free throws. There were a lot of bricks last night. Another one coming for Huffman. He gets a kind roll and puts this one in, his first point, and it's a 5-3 game with Daleville holding the lead and the ball. Price on the wing near side. Looks inside for Hale, can't do it, back out on top to Fleming. He'll drive down the paint, leaves it on the baseline. Hale can't get it, got his own, sticks it up, can't get it again. Rebound by Waldron. Here they come, quickly down the floor. A drive, a little baby jump shot inside, no good. Rebound is fought for. Hale with the board for Daleville. Here comes Fleming. Scoop shot, can't get it on the drive. Rebound fought for. Hale's got another board, and he's mugged on a double team. It'll be a common foul, and Daleville will keep the ball. It's going to be on Jacoby Purcell. His first, second on the team. And a baseline inbounds play, just to this side of the backboard, where the key and the baseline come together. Josh Price to trigger. He slaps the ball and brings it in. Hale's got it in the paint. He drives, fakes, fires, blocked. Daleville will keep it though on a nice hustle play by Lawrence. Fleming resets out between the circles. Daleville 5-3 leaders here, a couple minutes into this one. Josh Price, low post. Hale turns it around, scores. That's more like it. Ryan Hale with his first bucket to make it 7-3 Broncos with 5:35 to go first quarter. On the far side, Bowlby has it. Now out on top to Wells. They'll work it around the far side of the perimeter, drive to the paint. Baseline feed, jump shot up, no good. That time it was Beal who couldn't find the range. Here comes Daleville with another chance to score. Fleming with it. He's got Lawrence, Hale. McKinney's not out there. Price, nice drive, scores, as I'm telling you who's on the floor. Good move by Josh Price to make it. Josh has 5 points in the game already. On the other end, Waldron attacks. Bounce pass to the post is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Waldron. Beal couldn't find the handle that time. Substitution for Waldron as Tyler Bovey checks out. And Cole Adams checks in. Ball comes in. Mohawks have it in the forecourt. Three-pointer on the way, far wing. In and out, no good. That time it was Adams who came in the game and launched right away. Couldn't get it, but the rebound is knocked out of bounds, and it stays with the Mohawks again. 9-3 game, 4:48 left first quarter. Daleville defending here on the inbounds play man-to-man. Triggerman is Huffman. Gets it in. They'll work it near corner. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Mohawks are cold, but they get an offensive board and a whistle on a baseline drive. That should be a common foul on the floor. Believe that's going on Connor Fleming. A foul. Team has two. Waldron inbounds again. Feed to the high post is nearly thrown away. Now here's a drive and a travel call. Mohawks turned it over again. That's two on them. Zane Smith lost his traction, and Daleville has the ball again in the forecourt. Price just inside the wing. He'll drive the baseline, spins back out, gets it to Fleming here on the near side wing, just outside the arc. Takes it between the rings, looks inside, resets. High pick, can't use it. Price, baseline feed for Hale is knocked out of bounds. Daleville will keep the ball. Daleville has Huff, Price, Fleming, Lawrence, and Hale out there right now. Here's Fleming driving to the elbow. Used up his dribble, got it to Lawrence. He'll drive it, shoots, scores off the glass. Derek Lawrence with his first bucket. It's an 11-3 Daleville lead midway through period number one from Hoosier Gym. This morning, glad to have you along for the ride. Mohawks need a bucket. They've been cold here early. They work it far side. Cameron Wells, he'll pull up, has his shot blocked, got the rebound, fires, can't get it off the front iron. Rebound by Hale, foul by Waldron. Hale has 5 rebounds in the game already. Cameron Wells picks up the personal for Waldron. They've got 3 team fouls. Daleville has fouled twice. Full court, backcourt pressure applied now by the Mohawks. The ball comes in to Fleming, guarded closely by Cameron Wells. Fleming races all the way into the timeline, now to the forecourt. Josh Price drives it, has it knocked away. Hale picks it up, back out to Fleming, fakes a 3, thinks about it, pump fakes. Now he'll dribble out and reset. Hale calling for a feed inside. They do feed it to him. Here's a whistle. 3 seconds in the key. Turnover by Daleville. You don't see 3 seconds much anymore. In there, and he called for the ball and didn't get it the first time, and that's trouble. So the turnover gives it back to the Mohawks. They bring it across the timeline, trailing 11-3. 3:20 to go first quarter. Daleville still man-to-man on defense. Free throw line jumper is short by Wells. Another miss by the Waldron Mohawks, and another chance for Daleville. With Fleming between the rings, now top of the key, gets a screen from Huff, goes to Lawrence in the corner, back out on top to the point guard, Fleming. He'll drive it, pulls up, fires from 12, can't get it, got his own rebound. He'll try it again from the baseline, good. Connor Fleming is off the schneid, his first 2 of the game, and it's a double-digit lead for Daleville at 13-3 with 2:45 to go first quarter. Fox on the attack. They'll work it right side to Adams. Guarded by Huff. Looks to use the screen. Now he'll fire a long 3. No good off the back of the rim. Hale with another rebound for Daleville. He's got half a dozen already. Here comes Fleming. Drives to the paint. Gives off to Hale. He'll drive down the key. Force it off the glass. Good. Ryan Hale. 6 points in the first quarter. It's 15-3. Daleville out in front. You hear the crowd come to life here on the near side. There's a push on the drive. Wow, that could have gone either way. The dribbler threw an elbow to clear out. Foul is going to be on Connor Fleming. His second, that's trouble for Daleville. We'll see how long they let him ride. Not very long. Checking into the game for Daleville. Max Stecker. Inbounds baseline play for the Mohawks as they swing it around the perimeter to the near corner. 3 ball is on the way. 3 ball no good. Hale with another board. He may have a double-double by the time we get to halftime. running the point now. Far side to Price, who will drive baseline, has it swatted away. It goes out of bounds, and Daleville keeps the ball. Good start in this one by Daleville. Price inbounds it, comes to Stecker here on the near side. Nice bounce pass feed. Hale missed the bunny. He banked it too hard. No good. Rebound, Waldron. That one should have gone down. Ryan knows it. Three-pointer on the way for the Mohawks. Good. Up and in by Drew Everhart. That's their first bucket in a while, and it makes it 15-6 Daleville. Broncos have the ball, attacking on offense with Lawrence out on top. Picked up his dribble, got it to Price. Price looks for a cutter, can't find one, drives to the paint. Gives back off to Huff. Now to Stecker on top. Clock down to 1:16 in the first quarter. 9-point Daleville lead at 15-6. Price backs it way out. Right-hand dribble to the near side. Bounce pass to Lawrence, who drives, fires, can't get it. Rebound still loose. Picked up by Waldron. Everhart with the board. Here come the Mohawks. Trailing here in the first quarter. Baseline shot up. No good. We've got a foul. It's going to be against Daleville. And it'll send Cole Adams to the line. I think that's going on Hayden Huff. Fourth foul against Daleville, and going to the line is Cole Adams of Waldron, and he hits the first of two. His first point of the game to make it 15-7. Adams will have another. 6'2" senior, averaging 10-2 a game. He drained them both. That trip, and it's all of a sudden 15-8 Daleville as they battle pressure in the back court. Price has it. Cross court pass to Lawrence. They try to get away from a double team. They do. Price has it now in the forecourt. Skip pass across the way to Stecker on the right side. Nice. Josh will dribble out between the rings near the center circle. Spin dribble, works his way left, comes to the baseline. Now he's fouled on the floor before any shot. They're going to call him for a turnover. Must have been a palm call. Second turnover by Daleville. Waldron has also coughed it up twice. So Waldron has fought their way back in this one a little bit. They were down. It's now 15-8. And here come the Mohawks. See if they play for the final shot with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Moving it right to left. They'll run an isolation up on top for Huffman. He gets it on the wing to Adams. He launches for three. He cashes it for three. 5 points in the game for him. It's 15-11, Daleville. Down to 2, down to 1. They're not going to get a shot off. Stecker waited too long, and that's it. Period. We played a quarter at Hoosier Gym in game 1 of the Super Hoops Hickory Classic. We go to the break. Daleville leading 15-11 over Waldron on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. A state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym as we put period 1 in the history books and turn to the second quarter. Daleville out in front of Waldron 15-11. Early scoring in this one for the Broncos. Ryan Hale with 6, Josh Price with 5, Connor Fleming and Derek Lawrence with 2 apiece. And that wraps up their scoring. You look down at the sheet for the Waldron Mohawks. 5 points for Cole Adams, 2 for Cameron Wells, 1 for Parker Huffman on 1 out of 2 free throws, and 3 on that triple bomb by Drew Everhart. And that rounds out the scoring for the Mohawks in the first period. Turnovers, unofficially 2 each for Waldron and Daleville, and fouls. Daleville with 14 fouls, Waldron with 3. So we're set to go here in period number 2. Waldron will have the ball to open the period. Moving right to left. That big hickory H in the middle of this floor. Daleville, man-to-man. They work it far side, does Waldron. Mohawks have it in the hands of Cameron Wells, and now across the way. And a push foul against Daleville's Hayden Huff. I've got him for 2. That's 5 on the team. If you're not familiar with this court, there's about 3 feet, maybe not even that, between the sideline and the walls here. There is a wall made out of wood. Inbounds play on the far sideline for the Mohawks. They get it inbounds in a long 3 from straight out on top. Who drains his second tray, and it's a 1-point game at 15-14. 3 on the other end by Lawrence won't go. Rebound by the Mohawks. Here they come quickly. Long lead pass. Man has it on the baseline. Feeds back out on top. 3-pointer up. 3-pointer no good. Rebound by Daleville on the miss by Wells. They throw it inbounds, and we've got a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Josh Price of Daleville. Number 1 for him, and it's an inbounds play for the Mohawks. And Tyler Stotler says, give me a timeout. Daleville stops the clock. 7:17 of the second quarter. Their lead is down to 1. It's Daleville 15, Waldron 14 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. Pass through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ball game. Daleville defending an inbounds play. It comes in deep to Waldron. His player, I heard that thud. Wow. He's okay, but boy, that was a hard fall by Zane Smith. And I can see we're going to have data trouble here today. I'm eating data fast. That's not a good thing. Hope we can get you through this game. It's going to be if that would happen. A lot of people with smartphones here. Daleville has it. We'll go as long as we can. Josh Price with it. Far side now. Drive. Stecker forces it up. No. Rebound by Waldron. They got a chance to take the lead here. Trailing 15-4. 11-0 run by the Mohawks. Long 3 on the way. Off the mark. Rebound inside by the Mohawks. They'll get another try. Far side. That's Cameron Wells who drives it, pulls it up. They work it back out on top to Eberhardt. Back to Wells, who has it knocked away but got it back. Looks for help, finds a teammate. Huffman, now near side to Adams, guarded by Price. Thought about a 3, works it to the corner. They work back out on top. Now they'll swing it here to the near wing. Long 3 on the way, good! Cameron Wells has his 5th point and the first lead of the day for Waldron at 17-15 with 6:05 to go second quarter. Stecker on the dribble, nearly lost it. Now he's bumped and fouled going down the sideline. That's the 4th team foul. Couldn't hear who they assessed it to. They didn't put it on the board. Right away, Stecker is checking out. Fleming is checking back in to run the point for Daleville. He's going to have to be careful. He has 2 fouls. That's what had him on the bench to begin with. He can't afford a 3rd here in the first half. Fleming with the ball. Works the screen. Goes to the free throw line. Not a Lawrence who drives it. Fires off the glass. No. Rebound battle inside. Price has it for Daleville, and he's fouled on the floor. The hardest part about doing a game here is the scorer's table is across the way, so you don't always get a good feel for the foul. This one on Cole Adams, and it's a common foul. They're 5th against Waldron. Daleville with the ball in the forecourt, baseline inbounds play. Price gets it into Fletcher, or rather to Fleming. Fleming spin dribble to get away from the defender. Man-to-man on defense by Waldron, and here's a bump on the drive as Fleming collects another foul. This one is going to be on Drew Everhart first, and that should be close to bonus time. That's the 16th foul. Next one will put Daleville in the 1-and-1, but they'll inbound right now just to the near side here of the backboard. Price to do the honors, slaps the ball. Bounce pass comes into Fleming. He'll drive his man to the paint. Fakes, cut off, gets it back outside to Lawrence. Lawrence here on the near arc. Dribble between his legs. Now he'll take it baseline. Fires on the run, can't get it. Rebound, Hale, knocked out of his hands. Leading 17-15 with 5.5 to go before halftime. Long three is no good. Rebound for Hale of Daleville. He's got to have 8 boards in the game already. Fleming drives it to the paint. Spin move. Fires off the glass. Can't get it, but he'll shoot 2. That foul is on Tyler Bowlby of Waldron. That's the 17th foul. So not only will this be an active shooting foul for Connor Fleming, it's 1-and-1 the rest of the half for Daleville with 5:12 to go. First free throw by Fleming is good. He'll have another. That makes it a 17-16 Waldron lead. And checking in for Daleville is McKinney. Checking out is Hayden Huff. One more free throw coming for Fleming. This could tie it, and he does. Fleming with his 4th point, and we're all squared away at 17 all. Second tie of the day. 5 to go, second period. Waldron on the attack. Baseline pass. Let's see what he does with it. Forces it up off the glass, no good. Wells couldn't convert. It's knocked out of bounds into the Daleville bench, and the Broncos keep the ball. They'll bring it the full length of the floor. Waldron will show man-to-man pressure. Now some zone look out of it as they look to trap. Fleming, bounce pass here to Price. He feeds underneath, throws it away. Turnover Daleville. Here comes Waldron in a 17-all tie. Mohawks playing a lot better than a team with all those losses. Here's a turnover by the Mohawks. Steal by Lawrence. He brings it down the floor. Leaves it for Hale, whose shot won't go to the line. Hale is a man possessed on the glass. They're going to call that a loose ball foul on Daleville. Wow. Mohawks are going to keep the ball. Unreal. So Waldron has it now. Coming up on the midpoint of quarter number 2 in a 17-all game. A lot of dribbling, pounding air out of the ball. Mohawks on the attack. Let's see what they do with it. Daleville man-to-man, spin move, bank shot off the glass, rattled in and out, no good. Rebound, Daleville on the miss by Parker Huffman. Here's a drive and a blocking foul against one of the Mohawks on the drive by Fleming. It's going to go on Tyler Bowlby, and I've got him for 2 fouls. And now in the bonus, it's 1-and-1 time for Daleville for the rest of the first half. That's always money in the bank if you can make them. At the line, Fleming. His first one good. They'll have another. That breaks the tie, and Daleville is back in front, 18-17, midway through the second quarter. Fleming with 5 points, looking for his 6th. It's on the way. It's good. Half a dozen in the game for Fleming, 4 out of 4 at the stripe, and it's 19-17. Daleville back in front. Minutes to go in the second period. Waldron working mostly on the perimeter. Most of their shot opportunities have been deep ones and not short ones. Wells, their leading scorer, works it off to Adams, their second leading scorer. Throws it away. Turnover by Waldron. Here comes Daleville. Fleming all the way to the paint. Little right-hander on the run, no. Got his own rebound. Works it back out to Price. Three-pointer on the way, no. Here come the Mohawks, trailing by 2 with 3 minutes to go and a half. Long jump shot from the far corner. Couldn't find the range that time. Rebound to Daleville, and Fleming will slow things down and set up the half-court offense. He looks to post Hale. Can't get it to him. Still dribbling here on the wing. Guarded closely by Cameron Wells. Now they do bounce pass to the baseline. Nice turnaround lay-in by Hale. Ryan has 8 points, and it's 21-17. Daleville back on top by 4 now with just under 3 minutes to go first half. There's a drive in the paint. Dish off to the baseline. Jump shot up. No good. But we've got a Daleville foul on the shot attempt by Beal and the rebound. That's a tough one. Connor Fleming has just picked up his 3rd foul. That's costly. Fans didn't like the call. Cody Beal, I believe, is going to be the free throw shooter for the Waldron Mohawks, and he'll stroll to the line to shoot a pair. Hasn't scored in the game. Right-hander fires and can't get it. He'll shoot a second one. Fleming has to check out again for Daleville in foul trouble. Max Stecker is going to have to do a really good job in this game, coming off the bench at point for the Broncos. Second free throw is up. This time it's good by Beal. He has his first point of the game. Team Daleville out in front of Waldron. But Stecker is really going to have to do a fine job today if Daleville is going to hold on and win this game. He's going to play a lot of minutes. Dribbles through the press, picks it up, works it far side to Lawrence. Daleville did a good job beating the pressure that time. Stecker, bounce pass, low post. Here on the near block. Hale turns, fires, can't get it. He'll go to the free throw line. Hale goes to the line with D3 at 21-18. Hale with 8 points in the contest. First one up. First one rattles off, no good. He'll have another one. Right-hand senior, a man-child in 1A in the post. Next one on the way. This one also no good. He missed them both. And a whistle on the rebound as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Josh Price. And Waldron gets it back. 2:35 to go second quarter. It's 1 Hickory 18 here at Hoosier Gym. Translate that to Daleville 21, Waldron 18. Waldron with the ball on the left side of the floor. They'll fire it up. No good. Charging foul. That's a turnover. Daleville will get the ball. Ten team fouls against Waldron now. We're in the double bonus for Daleville. Stecker drives all the way, lays it up, wouldn't go. It crawled out, but he got fouled in the act of shooting on a nice aggressive move to the basket. And it'll be free throw time for Max Stecker. Stecker at the stripe. First trip there today. He hasn't scored yet. He has now. He hits the first of 2. Daleville's lead is back to 4 at 22-18. And checking in for Waldron is Cody Beal, and taking a seat is Cole Adams. Second free throw from Stecker, up and in. Max got them both. He has 2 in the game. Daleville leads again at 23-18. So they've kind of weathered the storm here a little bit. Mohawks on the attack. They work it far side. Can't get anything. Mack out on top. They drive it far side. Now they'll bring it out. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong. Rebound fight goes to Waldron. They'll try it again. Mohawks do a lot of shooting from three-point range. Here's a drive just inside the arc, straight out on top. Shot no good. Rebound knocked back inbounds on the miss by Wells, and Daleville has it. Here comes Lawrence, quickly on the run, all the way to the paint. Fires on the run, won't go. Rebound battle, knocked out of bounds. It'll go the other way to Waldron. Really good burst by Lawrence, just couldn't convert on the shot. Daleville's got some speed at guard right now with Stucker and Lawrence out there. They're man-to-man on defense this trip as Waldron brings the ball across the timeline with $1:20 to go and a whistle on the floor away from the ball. It's going to be an offensive foul on Cody Beal of Waldron. That'll give the ball back to Daleville. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take the break. 1:22 to go in the first half. It's Daleville 23. Waldron 18 on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel.
Oh, an elbow to the ribs. Sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym. Brian Beaver along with you today. Wherever you're listening, glad to have you along as Daleville leads this one 23-18. To go in the first half. Daleville has led most, but not all the way. Here's a turnover nearly in the backcourt. Daleville, boy, they buried themselves big time there against the press. It's a 10-count turnover as Daleville couldn't beat the Waldron press. 4 turnovers unofficially against Daleville, 5 by Waldron. And that gives it back to the Mohawks with 1:11 to go before halftime. Waldron fought their way back in the game. They trailed 15-3, came roaring back to take a 17-15 lead. Here's a long three from straight out on top, no good. Rebound on his back on the floor by Josh Price. Now a scrum for the ball. And 2 boys on the floor fighting for the ball and a held ball. Let's see what the officials do with the call. Happened right near the Daleville bench in the corner of the court. I think one official thinks foul and the other thinks jump ball. It's going to be a jump ball. And the arrow favors Daleville. So the Broncos catch a break, and with 54.8 seconds to go in the first half, it's 23-18 Daleville, and they'll bring it the length of the floor. As McKinney triggers into Stecker. Stecker dribbles through the press, picks up his dribble, has the ball kicked on a nice defensive play by Parker Huffman. Daleville will inbound it right here underneath me near the tunnel, near where the dads came in the movie Hoosiers to watch practice. Here's a defensive steal attempt and a foul by Parker Huffman. That's going to be a double bonus situation for Daleville. Stops the clock at 44:8 to go in the first half, and it'll be 2 free throws for Derek Lawrence. Derek has 2 points on a bucket. He'll have 2 free throws. Daleville's lead is back to 5. They led by as many as 10 at 15-3 before the walls caved in there briefly. First free throw up and off, no good by Lawrence. He'll shoot again. Lawrence has it, takes a look, lets it go, missed again. Rebound Waldron. Free money you left on the table. You can't do that. Here comes Waldron, trailing by 5. They work it on the far wing. They look inside, now back between the circles to Huffman. Uses a screen, brings it near side. Here's a drive in the paint. A shot on the run, no good. Rebound, 1 hop off the floor for Josh Price on the miss that time by Sean Cole. Here's Price for the Broncos. Clock down to 15. Let's see if they play for the final shot. Low post to Hale. Triple team. Fires it up anyway. He can't get the roll. Rebound Daleville. paint before a shot can go up, and it's going to be free throws again for the Broncos. Foul against Waldron. To the stripe. Max is 2 out of 2. Make it 3 out of 3. They'll have another. 24-18 Broncos. The foul that time was whistled on Nick DePotti. Second free throw by Stecker, also good. Max got all of them. Here's an inbounds play with 6 seconds left in the half. Picked up. Let's see what they do with it. Wells has it. He'll fire from just inside the arc. Got it just before the buzzer. Cameron Wells with his 7th point of the first half, and that does it. Good game down here at Hoosier Gym. An intermission. Daleville 25, Waldron 20. Back with a halftime show after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players. The terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym. Brian Beaver along with you. We're at halftime in Daleville. So far, so good as the Broncos go to the locker room downstairs, leading Waldron. It was a 15-11 Daleville lead at the end of a quarter. 10-9 advantage for the Broncos in the second quarter to go to that locker room with a 5-point lead. And briefly, the wheels fell off. Daleville had a 15-3 lead to start the game, but Waldron came roaring back, actually led 17-15, and then gave the lead back to Daleville. And now the Broncos are halfway home to another W. They are looking for their 8th win of the year, and they're halfway there. You look at the turnover battle, unofficially 4 for the Broncos, 5 for Waldron. Fouls are going to be an issue in this one, as a lot of players are starting to pile them up, and the biggest one in the game is Connor Fleming's 3 fouls in the first half for Daleville, as the cheesecake photos of the cheerleaders downstairs continue. All in all, not a bad half for Daleville. They got a nice burst off the bench from Max Stecker at point guard. Josh Price opened the game with a 3-pointer and played really well. So they've gotten some contributions that aren't always there from night to night, and they're in good shape going to the locker room with the lead in this one. Now, what does the second half hold in store? You got to stay out of foul trouble, and if you're Connor Fleming, you just can't pick up an early 4th foul in this second half. They really do need him on the floor a lot in this game, and Daleville's guards are pretty good. They're very quick, a lot of speed. They get to the basket a lot, but they're going to have to play well. Ryan Hale, what has he done? Wow, he's had an armload of rebounds, probably upwards of 10 already in the game. He had 6 in the first quarter alone unofficially, so he's having a man's game. We'll take another break, come back to recap the scoring for you in the first half after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Indiana develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. Presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
He worked out early, practiced late, and studied well into the night. The next day, he did it all over again.
She missed time hanging out and socializing with friends so she could make it on time to practices and games.
He became a top student and a confident leader, even as he helped his team win back-to-back conference titles.
She became a role model in her community. Team to an undefeated season.
And when they finished playing high school sports, what did they do next?
She graduated from college with honors and went to work for a successful company.
He attended graduate school and became a difference maker in his community.
Because that's what student athletes in Indiana do. They use the skills they develop playing high school sports today
to do even bigger things in life tomorrow.
High school sports,
a winning part of a complete education.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back at Hoosier Gym. Brian Beaver along with you at halftime. Quick look at the individual scoring in the first half. First for Daleville, they got 8 points from Ryan Hale and at least that many rebounds. 6 points from Connor Fleming, 5 from Josh Price, 4 for Max Stecker, 2 by Derek Lawrence. Will McKinney played and didn't score. Caden Huff started and did not score. For Waldron in the first half, Cole Adams, their leader, with 8 points. 7 points for Cameron Wells. 3 points on a tray for Drew Everhart. 1 point on a free throw from Cody Beal. Another point from Parker Huffman on a free throw. Tyler Bowlby started, did not score. Jacoby Purcell started, did not score. And Zane Smith and Nick DePati came off the bench but did not score for the Mohawks. And they have their total of 20, and Daleville has their total of 25. We have less than 2 minutes on the warm-up clock. We're about set for the start of the second half. We'll take one more break, come back as we open the third quarter next on Beaver Media and on the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. The state of delirium? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community. A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
We head for the third quarter. Daleville out in front of Waldron, 25-20 here at the world-famous Hoosier Gym. Great to have you along for the ride. Drop me a line on Twitter, @DelcoPreps. Let me know where you're listening, or do it on YouTube, either way. Be nice to know where you are as we get set to start the second half. We'll flip the floor. Waldron will go left to right. That's west to east. And they trail it by 5 to open play here in the second half. We'll give the ball right away to Cameron Wells out on top. He'll dribble here to the wing, guarded man-to-man closely by Fleming, who steals it, picks his pocket. Turnover Waldron, long pass ahead for Hale, thrown too strong out of bounds. And each team picks up a turnover in the first 16 seconds of the third quarter. That was a beautiful steal down here right in front of us by Fleming. So here come the Mohawks again. They've got the ball in the hands of Parker Huffman. Now they'll swing it here near side to the corner, and Cody Beal by Ryan Hale. Pass to the corner, nearly knocked away by Price. Here's a drive. A shot off the glass, good! And a foul on a beautiful move by Cole Adams. Giving the bucket his 10th point in the game. And it's 25-22. Not sure who the foul was on because you can't hear the PA here very well here. 3-point play opportunity, no good on the free throw as Adams couldn't convert. So we got 2 of the 3, and it's 25-22. Daleville has the ball now, attacking with that 3-point lead. McKinney on the far side wing, out on top in the center circle to Fleming. He'll dribble off a screen from Price. Now they work it inside to Hale. Back out on top. 3-pointer on the way. No good by Fleming. Lawrence tries to save it. It's out of bounds, and it goes to the Mohawks. First minute of the third quarter, a little frazzled here. Daleville still holding a 3-point lead. Here's a long pass ahead across the court, far wing to Wells. They'll work it back out on top. Here's a drive. Shot off the glass. Won't go for Huffman. Rebound for Daleville. He's got to have at least 10 already. Probably going to have another double-double today. That's like betting on the sunrise. Here's Fleming with it. Little zone look. Matchup zone look by Waldron. McKinney for 3 from the corner. Rattles around and goes down. Will McKinney picks up a tray. 28-22 on the first points of the day by McKinney, and Daleville has a 6-point advantage. Here on the near side, Adams drives it to the baseline, takes it up, left hand, rolls around and out! Boy, that was halfway down and couldn't go. Rebound by Price. Now quickly to Fleming on the right wing. Works it right corner to Fleming, or rather to McKinney. Now back out to Fleming and right back to McKinney. Another 3 on the way. No good. Air ball short. Rebound tipped back in. Nice play by Price to keep the possession for Daleville. Lawrence free. 3 on the near wing. It's up. It's off the iron. No. Rebound comes down to Cody Beal of Waldron. Here they come quickly. Drive all the way to the hole. Terrific move and a lay-in by Cole Adams. It's in the game to make it 28-24. This is going to be a barn burner going down the stretch. Daleville's lead at 4. 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Little 2-3 matchup zone look. Pass to the high post. Hale drives. Forces it up. We've got a whistle and a travel call against Hale. On the double team in the paint. That gives it back to Waldron. This one might go right down to the wire. The Mohawks aren't going anywhere. They may be only 2-13 and 12 in a row losses, but man, are they playing well against Daleville here in the third quarter. Ball out on top. Now they swing it far side wing for Wells. He feeds baseline. Runner off the glass. No good by Adams. Here comes Fleming fast down the floor for Daleville. Drives to the paint. Kicks it back. McKinney for three. Good! Will McKinney, 2 trays here in the third quarter. He's got 6 points, and it's 31-24 Daleville. Mohawks go to the baseline with the feed. Shot up off the glass, and a good conversion for the bucket by Jacoby Purcell. The day, 31-26 Daleville. Pressure in the backcourt. Broncos solve it. They go down to the right corner. Hale now back out on top to Fleming as he works against Wells. High screen roll. Fleming picks up his dribble, gets to McKinney. High post to Hale. Ryan dribbles to the paint, backs him down, fires a little jump hook, no good. Rebound and a bucket on the follow by McKinney. 8 quick points by McKinney to make it 33-26 Daleville. Wow. Don't know what Will had for breakfast, but they need to keep making it. Here are the Mohawks attacking on the right end. 3-pointer out on top. On the way, no good. Off the right side of the rim by Wells, and it just goes out of bounds on a long rebound. Checking in for the Broncos is Hayden Huff. Josh Price will take a quick breather. So it's Huff, Lawrence, Fleming, McKinney, and Hale on the court right now for Daleville. The inbound pass is knocked away into the Waldron bench. Good hands that time by Cameron Wells of the Mohawks. Daleville will inbound it along the baseline again and bring it the length of the floor. Leading 33-26. 3:53 to go in the third quarter. McKinney finds Fleming, gets it inbounds. Guarded closely by Wells. Here comes Fleming across the timeline. They'll set up the offense. High screen roll situation with Hale posting the pick and it. Fleming looks inside for Hale. They can't get him. Near side here to the wing, and Lawrence, and now back right on top to Fleming as he works right side. Feeds the low post. Hale turns, spins, fires. Got it! He's fouled. Fine. The bucket is good. Terrific move by Ryan Hale. He has 10 in the game, and it's 35-26 Broncos. Substitution in the game for Waldron. Checking in is Zane Smith, and checking out is Jacoby Purcell. And at the line, Ryan Hale with a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play. He rattles it in. 11 points in the game for Hale. And Daleville's lead is back to 10 at 36-26. Here in the late part of the third quarter. 3:18 to go in the period. Waldron looking for a shot. Turned it over. Here comes a fast break opportunity. Lawrence fires on the run. And we've got a whistle. On the move by Lawrence. The foul is going to go against Cole Adams. Chance to shoot 2 for Derek Lawrence, who is 0 for 2 from the line with 2 points in the game. Clock stopped at 3:09 of the third quarter. They say it's going to be a common foul. Wow. They're not going to give him free throws. So Daleville will run an inbounds baseline play with McKinney, the trigger man, and now a whistle. Wow. Offensive foul against Daleville. Couldn't tell whether he said Hale or Huff. At any rate, Waldron has the ball back, trailing by 10 with 3 minutes to go third quarter. They've got it on top. They'll work it to the key, now to the corner. Looking for a shot patiently. They've got it back in their best player's hands, Cameron Wells, guarded by Fleming, who gets a high screen. Wells drives, fires, won't go. Rebound for Hayden Huff and Daleville. on the miss by Wells. Here come the Broncos. Here's a drive to the paint. Shot up off the glass, no good by McKinney. And on the rebound battle, a whistle and a foul. The other end. Foul is on McKinney, who had a pretty move to get to the cup, just couldn't get it to go. And with 2:35 to go in the third quarter, Waldron will bring it left to right and try to get a bucket, trailing 36-26. Out on top, the right-hand dribble, Parker Huffman, guarded by Lawrence. He'll take it left side, looks in the corner. He'll just hand it now to Wells. Wells goes top of the key. They move it here near corner to Beal. Pass underneath, nearly thrown away, and it is thrown away. Zane Smith ran out of real estate and stepped on the baseline, and that's another turnover. I've got him for 8 against Waldron unofficially. Daleville with 6 by comparison. Josh Price will check in. McKinney will check out for Daleville. So the Broncos have Price, Fletcher, check at Fleming, Lawrence, Hale, and Huffman. Huff, boy, rough morning. Need another cup of coffee. Backcourt pressure by the Mohawks. Daleville solves it on the dribble by Fleming, who will give it back out to Josh Price. Back to Fleming. Across the way, far side. Looks for a screen, drives baseline, fires. No good, too strong. Rebound inside, and a stick-back basket for Hayden Huff. On great work inside, on the glass by Huff. Terrific play. And I believe that foul is going to go on Bowlby for a three-point play for Hayden Huff. Hayden's first trip to the free throw line today. That was his first bucket of the contest. Chance for the old-fashioned and one here. It's on the way. And it rattles out, no good. Rebound by Price, though. Daleville keeps it. Price up off the glass, no. Rebound, Waldron. So the Mohawks survive a little storm there. Three-pointer from the wing, up good. Across the way, the three buried by Parker Huffman. And that makes it 38-29, and we've got a quick timeout taken by Waldron. We're going to stay right here with you. Pretty hoop that time from the left wing by Huffman, who has 4 points in the game. And Waldron stops the clock at 1:37 here in the third quarter, trailing Daleville 38-29. What a great third quarter for the Broncos' Will McKinney. All he has done is hit 2 triples and a deuce for 8 points. And, man, he's been the difference for Daleville in the third quarter. He's played very, very well off the bench. I've only got 7 players today in the game for Daleville. 9 players have played for Waldron, so the depth of Waldron not really making much of a difference right now. Daleville's 7 have outplayed Waldron's 9 to the tune of 38-29. Broncos haven't won 3 games in a row this season, but they're on the verge of doing it in this one today if they can just finish off the job. And you wonder whether teenage boys have it in them, and I got a feeling they do. They just have to get that last little push over the finish line. We're set to resume play with Daleville holding the ball. They'll bring it the full length of the court from right in front of the Waldron bench. Josh Price is the inbound passer, and they're going to hold play briefly while fans walk in and find a seat, because I'm telling you, there's not 3 feet between the sideline and the wall here. Against pressure in the backcourt, here comes Daleville. Fleming in the middle of the floor. High post to Hale. He'll drive it, spins, fires up the glass, got it. Pretty move by Ryan Hale. Give him 13 in the game, and it's 40-29 with a $1:15 to go in the third quarter. Ball knocked away, nearly stolen by Huff. Lawrence goes out and bumps the dribbler, no call. Here's a drive. Shot up off the glass on the run, no good by Adams. Rebound Broncos. Broncos will work some clock here. They put it in the hands of Fleming. Fleming looks inside, feeds low post to Hale, who lost the handle on the dribble out of bounds. A Daleville turnover. stops the clock with 55.6 to go in the third quarter. Third turnover of the second half by the Broncos. Same number since halftime by Waldron. Here come the Mohawks. We'll see if they play for the final shot. They'll have to eat 45 seconds of clock to do it. On the right end of the floor. Wells with the ball. Back out on top. Three-pointer up good by Cole Adams. 15 in the game for him. It's 40-32 Daleville. They beat the pressure this time easily. Lawrence with the right-hand dribble. Cross-court pass. Fleming outside the arc. Jab step. Clock down to 20. Here's Fleming. Out on top by himself. Drives to the paint. Fires on the run. No good. Off the glass. Rebound knocked away. Fleming got it back. Feeds underneath. It's thrown away. Ball on the floor. Four guys piled on top of it. Daleville has it, and they call a quick timeout. Good move by Tyler Stotler to stop the clock. We'll take a 30-second break with him. Go third quarter. 40-32. Daleville out on front in Beaver Media.
A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. A sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym. It's 40-32. Daleville on top of Waldron with 9.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Off a quick timeout by Daleville to save a possession during a scrum. Bring the ball the full length of the court with just under 10 seconds to go. Actually, I think it's going to be an inbounds baseline play for them on their own. It is on their own end. So Josh Price is going to trigger from halfway between the key and the sideline along the baseline. 4 men from the Broncos out around the arc waiting on the inbounds pass once the fans are allowed to walk in along the side of the floor. Now they're all good to go. So Price to inbound, 9.6 seconds remaining. He looks for a teammate, can't find anyone, needs help, comes into Hale. Too late, 5 count. Turnover by the Broncos. To Waldron. Good sticky inbounds pass defense by the Mohawks, and it earns them the ball, and they will bring it the length of the floor with 9.6 seconds to go. 8-point game. Let's see what they do. They're probably going to go to Cameron Wells or Cole Adams. They'll roll it in. Now Wells picks it up. Clock down to 6. Double team. Gets it off. Three-pointer on the way from the wing. No good. Rebound by Fleming. Let's see if he launches a long one. Forgot how much time was left. Doesn't get off a shot. That'll do it for the third quarter. We head for the final 8 minutes of this game. Daleville 40. Waldron 32. Back after this on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Don't go away.
The clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little if you don't practice sportsmanship. Character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Brian Beaver back with you from Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana. Great having you along today. So far, so good. Warner County, as Daleville goes to the fourth quarter leading 40-32. Scoring in the third period, 15 for Daleville, 12 for Waldron. Daleville is in the driver's seat, but we'll see what happens. Far fewer fouls here in the second half. No one's close to being in the bonus yet, and that could be a really big factor down the stretch today. But if Daleville can keep their best free throw shooters on the floor, they've got a pretty good chance at the end. Daleville will start the fourth quarter with Fleming, Lawrence, Hale, Price, and McKinney out there. Waldron has Huffman, Wells. Quick check for you. Sean Cole. Cody Beal. And one other man out there, that's Sean Cole. I told you him twice. We're back under play. Back in action with Daleville attacking here on the left end of the floor. Josh Price with the ball, dribbling out in the center circle. Works it here near side to Lawrence. Lawrence looks for help. Side of the floor, off a screen from Price. Now takes it baseline, fires up on the run, no good. We've got a whistle and a foul on Waldron. I believe they've whistled it on Everhart. They are not putting fouls up on the board anymore. They were at the start of the day, and then maybe the scoreboard is. That's the fourth team foul on Waldron, and it means free throws for Derek Lawrence. 2-shot foul. First free throw is up. Rolls out, no good. Lawrence is 0 for 3 from the stripe. You really got to get these. This will be the difference between winning a sectional and not winning a sectional. If you don't make your free throws, you're going home unhappy. Second free throw is good, so Lawrence has his third point of the day, and it's 41-32. Daleville in front by 9. Here on this end, little confusion by the Mohawks as they try to work the ball and don't get much going. Now they'll try it. Here's a drive to the baseline. Pass to the far side off the plywood. Out of bounds, another turnover by Waldron. Daleville will have the ball. So a break for Daleville, and they'll bring it up the floor. Fleming doing the honors, guarded by Wells. Now Price throws the ball into the plywood across the way. Turnover by Daleville, and with 6:54 left in the game, looks like they want the ball to start the fourth quarter. Here come the Mohawks. They'll put the ball in the hands of Parker Huffman, guarded by Lawrence. Swing it far side. Three-pointer from beyond the arc, up. Rolls off, no good. Rebound by McKinney on the miss by Adams, and here comes Daleville again. McKinney on the right wing. Now out on top, Fleming on the dribble. Works it near side wing to Lawrence, who goes top of the key to McKinney, and it's knocked away and stolen away by Waldron. Long pass ahead. Use the handle. Shot won't go off the glass. They couldn't convert as Everhart tried to get the goal, couldn't do it. On the other end, Fleming driving, shooting, missing. Rebound knocked out to Price. He'll drive the baseline, lays it up good, but they'll wave it off. Let's see how they unravel this one. Foul is on 33, Cody Beal. It's a common foul before the shot as Price drove the baseline and Price to inbound the ball. So Josh will be the inbound passer for the Broncos right in front of their bench along the baseline. Price having a good game. Slaps the ball, puts his men in motion. Looks to get it in. Bounce pass low post to Hale. He'll turn around, fire, hit! Ryan Hale, clutch bucket in the paint. 15 in the game. 43-32. Daleville out in front by 11 here with 5.5 to go, third quarter. This is Wells. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Out on top to Huffman. Huffman gets a pick, drives. Offensive foul on an illegal screen. Jacoby Purcell put a hip into a Daleville defender chasing the man with the ball. And that's another turnover. 10 in the game by Waldron. 10 in the game by Daleville unofficially. 5:45 to go. Here's Fleming with the ball for the Broncos. Picks up his dribble. Works it on the sideline. Here's Hale driving, firing, up the glass, no. Rebound Waldron. Here come the Mohawks. They need a bunch in a hurry. They'll go to the three-pointer. It's off the iron, no good, but the Mohawks get a offensive rebound and a held ball now. as Purcell and Hale had it, and they're going to call Hale for a foul. Wow, not sure about that one. Foul on Hale. 14 fouls on Daleville now. 16 fouls on Waldron. Baseline inbound play. Mohawks attack it. Knocked away. Picked up. Fired off the glass. Good by Parker Huffman, who has 6 points to make it 34. Don't go away. We haven't decided a thing in this one yet. Lawrence with the ball for the Broncos. Out middle of the floor. Dribbles right side. Hands to Fleming. Feeds low post to Hale. Spins. Fires. Hits again. Ryan Hale, 17 points. 45-34. Daleville lead again by 11 at 4:45 of the fourth. Here comes Wells. They feed to the low post, knocked away. On a nice defensive recovery by Hale as they tried to feed Purcell. The ball will stay with Waldron. They'll inbound near the corner of the court. Sideline and baseline across the way. Here it comes. Comes into Purcell. And they'll swing it here near side to Huffman. Three-pointer, right wing, up off the glass, no good by Adams. Rebound, long one for Lawrence. He'll drive it, fire on the run. Back iron, no. Battle for the rebound, three men have it. Now the officials call a jump ball. The arrow pointing toward Waldron. Mohawks keep the ball, trailing by 11. They'll bring it to full court. What an exciting game this morning to start the day of 6 contests here at Hoosier Gym. Mohawks need a bucket here, trailing by 11. Wells works the far wing. Now out on top to Adams. Adams drives Price. Fires on the run. Out of control shot. The foul will bail him out. Going to be on Hale. That's the 5th team foul against Daleville. And going to the line is Cole Adams. He's 2 out of 3 from the stripe today. 15 points in the game, giving 16 as he knocks down the first one. That makes it 45-35. Checking back in for Daleville, Hayden Huff. And we've got a timeout before the next free throw. We'll take the break with you. It's Daleville by 10 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back in Knightstown at Hoosier Gym. Brian Beaver along with you. The erstwhile TJ Price to my left, having a good time taking in a game from where we usually sit. He's not used to this, but he's loving it. 4:07 to go in the game, and Daleville leads by 10 at 45-35. We'll have a second free throw coming up for Waldron's Cole Adams when play resumes. Daleville will send out Huff, Fleming, Lawrence, McKinney, and Price at this point in the game. Going back to shoot the second of 2 is the Mohawks' Cole Adams. He's got a 16-point day to his credit. Looking for a 17th one. Single digits. He hits. Adams got them both. 17 in the game. 45-36 against backcourt pressure. Fleming gives to Lawrence. Got to hurry. Lawrence beats the timeline. He'll spin dribble, back out to Fleming, nearly threw it away. Fleming, left-hand dribble, now reverses, pass to the cutter on the baseline. It's off the hands of Josh Price, out of bounds for a Daleville turnover. They tried to backdoor and couldn't quite get it done. So Waldron dodges a bullet. Trailing by 9 here with 3:45 left in the game. Thrown away. Here's a fast break opportunity. Lawrence drives, scores! The steal in the bucket for Derek Lawrence. Terrific play to make it 47-36. Nice job that time by Lawrence. The defense and then the offense. On the other end, Mohawks look to get on the board here. They need some quick offense. Feed to the post. Shot off the glass, no good. A whistle and a foul. Beal couldn't convert. Hayden Huff picks up the personal for Daleville. That'll send a bonus situation the way of Waldron, but this is an active shooting two-shotter this time for Cody Beal, and he bricks the first free throw. He'll have another one. Cody has scored 1 point in the game. He's 1 out of 3 at the stripe, make it 2 out of 4. So he collects half the free throws, and it's a 10-point game again at 47-37 with 3:17 left. Will McKinney will be the inbound passer for the Broncos in the backcourt. Full court man-to-man pressure now by Waldron. You got to hurry if you're Daleville. Fleming on the sprint across the timeline. Works it in the corner. McKinney drives to the baseline. Off the glass. Good! Will McKinney with his 10th point of the game to make it 49. Long three on the way for Waldron. Off the front iron, short. McKinney with the board. Will McKinney has played his tail off in this second half. Fleming across the timeline, bumped on the dribble. And that's not cool. The Waldron players slapped the ball out of Fleming's hands after picking up the foul. And the official's going to give him a little static here, and rightfully so. Bush League play, son. Cameron Wells slapped it out of the hands of Fleming after the foul, and that's not cool. And the official let him know. Got to keep your poise. Back to the stripe. Fleming. First one and bonus is good. What was that I said about free throws a little earlier? 50-37 now. Daleville in front. Fleming will have another one. Fires, and he got it. Both free throws good by Fleming. He has 8 points in the game, and it's 51-37 Daleville. Long three from out on top, and good. Man, that was deep by Cole Adams. And a quick timeout called by Waldron. We'll take the break with him. 2:43 left in the game. Daleville 51, Waldron 40 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ball game. We're in the final 2 minutes and 43 seconds of this one today. From Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, and Daleville holding a 51-40 lead over Waldron. Mohawks called a timeout after that Drano 3 off the fingertips of Cole Adams, who's thrown in 20 points today as a substitute. And I think coaches might have been sending him a message by not starting him today, because he's certainly among their better players. But he's put on a show with a game-high 20 points for the Mohawks. Daleville will have the ball in the backcourt. They'll bring it to length. McKinney to inbound, and man-to-man trapping pressure shown by the Mohawks. McKinney needs help. No one to get it to. He calls timeout. 5-second call. The official says you didn't get it in time. You have to ask by 4, and if you don't, you can't get it. So that's a turnover by Daleville, and it gives it underneath the basket to the Mohawks as they look to score trailing by 11. They throw it way into the backcourt. It's going to be retrieved by Wells. Wells will dribble across the timeline. Works it left side to Adams. Adams has that 20-point total today, guarded by Price. On the wing now, here's a drive to the paint. Elbow jump shot up and good by Parker Huffman. He has 8 points in the game, and it's 51-42. And a quick timeout taken by Daleville. We'll stay right here with it. Down to a 9-point game with 2:23 to go. The Daleville cheerleaders right here in front of us trying to get the fans into the game and get everybody else pumped up. Been an outstanding game. Daleville led by a bunch early. They had a first quarter lead at 15-3. They let that lead vanish on a terrific run by Waldron, but it was a brief lead by Waldron at 17-15 and 17-16. The game was tied at 17. Daleville has led the rest of the way. They've had 2 ties at 2 and 17. Most of the game has been in Daleville's favor. So we're set to go. The teams are back on the floor. And in the backcourt on the baseline, Josh Price to throw it in for the Broncos with 2:23 left. Price looks, gets it in to the corner to Fleming, who will bring it up the floor against Wells. Between the legs dribble. Now he takes it to the paint, works it to the corner. Price thought about a 3, said nope. Back out to Fleming. Outside the arc on the wing. Drives the paint. Jump stop. Baseline bounce pass feed. Shot up no good by Hale. Got his own. Sticks it in. Hale. 19 points in the game to make it 53-42. Here's a shot blocked on a jumper. Little back and forth there as Fleming blocks the shot of Wells, the guy who knocked the ball out of his hands during a dead ball. Price in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Jump stop. Fires. Got it! Off the glass. Beautiful move by Price. 7 points in the game to make it 55-42 with a minute and a half to go. Waldron needs a bunch in a hurry. They'll take it to the baseline. Turnaround shot up. Rolls off. No good. Rebound by who else but Ryan Hale off the miss by Beal. Down to a minute 20. Daleville in good shape. Drive to the key. Fleming up the glass. No. Rebound comes down. Is knocked out of the hands of Beal, and it's going to be a backcourt foul against Daleville. That's not a smart play, and they'll review that in film, I'm sure. I believe Will McKinney is going to be the guilty party. Part of that is that you stop the clock. When the team who's trailing you needs the clock stopped. They go to the other end, and free throws for Cody Beal. First one, good. He'll get the bonus. Cody Beal with 3 points in the game, 55-43. Second one, off the glass, got the shooter's roll. He got them both. Give him 4 in the game, and it's 55-44. Daleville trying to milk the last 1:05 off the game clock and took the win here today. Baseline drive. Fleming fires, hits off the glass. Terrific move. It's in the game, 57-44. Here's a long 3 from the wing. And a whistle and a foul on the shot, and that should be 3 free throws. It looked like he was behind the arc. I admit I'm looking through a lot of people here. The free throw shooter is going to be Parker Huffman. Let's see if he shoots 2 or 3. First free throw. No good. He'll have at least one more. Parker with 8 points in the game, but only 1 out of 3 from the stripe. It looks like it's a 2-shot foul. Here comes the free throw, and it rattles around and falls in good. And a whistle and a timeout by Waldron. 9 points for Parker Huffman in the game, but it's doom time for Waldron. 54.5 to go in the game. We'll take one last break. It's Daleville 57, Waldron 45 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's Daleville 57, Waldron 45 with 54.5 seconds left in the game. Daleville is in the driver's seat. Can they finish it off? They'll inbound and bring it the length of the floor. Price gets it into Fleming. Now we've got a player hurt It looks like it's Cameron Wells. Maybe he took a shot running down the floor. He's on his back on the floor, holding his face, being checked out by one of the Hickory people, one of the apparently medical staff trainees here. And we've got a stoppage in play at 52.2 seconds left in the game. Easy to get your bell rung out there, with Daleville holding a 12-point lead. Hate to see anybody get hurt. It's the worst part of doing this is seeing a kid get hurt. Hopefully he's just fine. They're going to help him up. He gets a nice hand. He's a little woozy. And one of the coaches says, you threw an elbow at my guy. They're going to bring Wells off the floor and try to get him a seat. He got his bell rung. He's probably seeing stars. And they're going to mop up any sweat on the floor from where he was laying down. And with 52.2 seconds to go, it's still a 12-point game, and Daleville is still in the driver's seat, trying to finish off the last minute and win for the third time in a row. Josh Price will inbound on the baseline. Full court man-to-man pressure by Waldron. Bounce pass comes in. Fleming now will bring it down the floor, guarded by Everhart. They double team him. He dribbles out of trouble. Works it here to Lawrence. Throws it away. Turnover. Going the other way. Shot off the glass. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Daleville. Lawrence couldn't corral it off the miss by Huffman. And with 38 seconds exactly left in the game, the Mohawks will inbound along their baseline. Comes to the near corner. Here's a three-pointer. Up and good. Beautiful shot. Ice water. 23rd point of the game by Cole Adams, and it stops the clock with a timeout at 33.8 seconds to go. That makes it 57-48. We'll stay right with you here. Fantastic atmosphere. Daleville looks like they're going back up the highway with a W, leading 57-48. Be a chance to win their third game in a row. It's been a while since they've been over 500 by 3 games at Daleville, but they're going to be today. Barring an absolute miracle that you'll see all over the world on the internet somehow. 9 points in less than 34 seconds just to tie and force overtime. You're in a tough spot, and that's where Waldron finds themselves. Both teams are in the bonus here late in the game, so any foul, short of an offensive foul, will mean free throws. Waldron won't give up. They won't quit, but they are facing a Mount Everest climb wearing tennis shoes. Not easy. Price again to inbound for Daleville. A backcourt inbound play. Looks for help, runs the baseline, gets it into Fleming. Fleming will dribble against the press, loses the handle briefly, gets it back. Brings it across the timeline. Fleming dribbles to the top of the key. Double team, gets it off to Lawrence. And now a whistle and a Waldron foul to stop the clock at 21.8 left in the game. Foul's going to be on Parker Huffman. Nothing he could do but stop the clock. And that means free throws for Derek Lawrence. Derek hasn't lit up the world at the line today. He's 1 out of 4. 1 and the bonus here. First one good. 6 points in the game for Lawrence. That makes it 58-48. Broncos in front. He'll get one more. He'll cash them both. 7th point in the game for Lawrence. 59-48. Daleville leading. Long three-pointer off the back iron. No good by Waldron. Rebound by McKinney of Daleville on the miss by Huffman. Clocked out of 10. The fans come to their feet and applaud. Daleville's going to go home a winner. Here's Fleming. Double teamed out on top. Works it far side. Hale will give it to Fleming. And there's the buzzer. This one is over. Comes to Hoosier Gym and goes home with a hard-fought victory. The final score, Daleville 59, Waldron 48. The Broncos have won for the third straight time here in 2017-18. Nice win today by the guys from Daleville. We'll take a break, come back and recap this one for you momentarily after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
From Jamestown to Jonesville, from North Salem to South Milford, from River Forest to Grass Creek. No matter where you live in Indiana, you can enjoy high school sports coverage at its very best on the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. It's 35 powerhouse radio stations, Fox Sports Indiana, and the World Wide Web, combining their vast resources to blanket the state, the Midwest, and the world with the purest, most riveting presentation of high school sports in America. From Anderson to Attica, Kendallville to Kokomo, follow the high school sports that make our state great all season long. Thank you, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and welcome home.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball, wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym in Knightstown. Brian Beaver along with you again today, and this one goes the way of Daleville in game one of the 6 here today. Daleville 59, Waldron 48. Daleville led after one, 15-11. They led at halftime, 25-20. Broncos extended the lead to 59-48 after three quarters, or rather to 40-32 after three quarters, and 59-48 there at the finish, and going away winners today in Hoosier Gym for the Daleville Broncos. Pretty well played game. It was a little sloppy at times, but turnovers, only 11 in the game by Waldron unofficially, and only 13 by Daleville. So not that bad a played game in terms of execution in a very hotly contested game. And Daleville wins for the third straight time this year. And that's good news. Anytime you can pick up a dub, you take it. And Broncos will move to 8-5 for the season. 2-14 now for Waldron. They've lost 13 games in a row, has Waldron. Quick look at the scoring recap today. First for the victorious Broncos, they put three men in double figures. Ryan Hale with 19 points. Will McKinney off the bench with a fantastic 10-point game. 10 by Connor Fleming. Derek Lawrence with 7. Josh Price with 7. Hayden Huff with 2. Max Stecker 4 of 59. Talk about the Waldron Mohawks. They got a game-high 23 points from Cole Adams. He was the only Mohawk in double figures. Parker Huffman got close with 9. Cameron Wells had 7. 4 points for Cody Beal, 2 for Jacoby Purcell, 3 for Drew Everhart. So that rounds out the Mohawks total of 48, and they go home. Tough luck losers today. Again with the win, Daleville, 3 in a run out of 8-5 overall. And Waldron falls for the 13th time in a row. And they go down to 2-14 on the ledger overall for the season. So a fantastic performance today by Daleville. And Will McKinney was a huge spark in the third quarter. And I'll tell you what, they played really well when they had to. In a game where their best guard, Connor Fleming, had 3 fouls and was in foul trouble. Well, they played pretty well and finished off the win as Daleville poses for photos out at midcourt. So that's it for this one. Daleville comes down to Hoosier Gym and goes home winners. The final score for the final time. Daleville 59, Waldron 48. For all of us at Beaver Media, I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining us today. Come along next time. We'll keep you posted on my Twitter feed at Delco Preps. Give me a follow if you haven't already. And we'll keep you posted on the rest of the season as a lot more basketball is out there to unfold. Until then, have a great rest of your Saturday, and so long, everybody.